Hey everybody, welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider, your live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports. I'm Sports Director Brandon Bossier.
And I'm Sports Anchor Devin J. Martin. Welcome into the show. As always, Brandon, we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, welcome on into the show. We've got a jam-packed half hour for you. We're talking about all the sports that are going on, softball, baseball, lacrosse. We're also going to be talking about the NFL in a little bit.
And notice how those are all outdoor sports. That's because the weather's been pretty good for the past week, so all the kids had to be outside to, enjoy playing.
Yeah, plus a lot of spring break going on this week, so we didn't have as much action going on this week, but we still have plenty to talk about. We begin tonight with our 47 ABC Sports Game of the Night. Decatur hosting Queen Anne's in boys lacrosse.
Now, Queen Anne's is a handful. They're one of the definitely handful of contenders in the Bayside North, and Decatur, obviously one of the elites in the South. So let's get to the action from the Hawks' Nest. Decatur, they strike first on the fast break. You're going to see the quick ball movement, passing up a good shot for a great shot.
Yep, that's great. That's great lacrosse.
Absolutely. Gavin Rodenhaver on the other end. He barrels his way to the goal, bounce shot, and that sneaks by. Back and forth we go in the first in Berlin.
Yeah, that's called a bull rush right there. Decatur setting up the offense. The shot goes high. Zach Curry standing tall in net. He was a big reason why the Lions came out with a win today. Queen Anne's goes on into Berlin and comes away with a 10-7 victory. This was a fun game between two really, really good teams.
And moving over to the girls' side now, Brandon, obviously Queen Anne's Lions hosting the Decatur Seahawks this afternoon, and that game came down to the wire.
Yeah, this was a great game. Starting in the second half, Queen Anne's down 7-5. The Seahawks, RJ Enser moving around the defense, laces it through. Lions down just one, and it wouldn't take long for the Lions to strike again. Madison Brown firing off the free position. Queen Anne's ties the game just like that.
Wow.
Decatur trying to get some action going. Lions defense would just smother them.
Yeah, the Seahawks were stuck at 7 for a long time, and they were looking for something that Queen Anne's wish wasn't going to give them. They weren't giving them an inch at all. They fire off the shot. It's no good. The ball is loose, and goalie Maddie George comes up with a huge stop. But the MVP of the game, you already mentioned her, RJ Enser. She finished the game with a hat trick, but this goal right here would break the tie. QA takes the lead 8-7. They will put another goal up to put it out of reach as the Lions take down the Decatur 9-7. Now we got to move to the softball field. It was a Henlope and Bayside battle up in Centerville this afternoon. We got a lot of action with Queen Anne's today. Now Smyrna was on the road against Queen Anne's. The Eagles, they were up 1-0 and they were trying to add to it. But Hannah Martin throws some heat right down Broadway for the swinging strikeout. Now later, bottom of the second, ball is hit to short, and Smyrna tries to turn two. They get the out at second right there, but the throw into first is not in time, and the game-tying run comes in to score. Smyrna with 2 ducks on the pond, and this pitch gets away from Martin. This one goes to the backstop, and the runner comes home. Eagles take a 2-1 lead. The Lions would stay in this one early on, and they would get it going, but the Eagles would pull away later on, and they would not look back. Haley McCutcheon flies out to right, and that's Michaela Brantley tags, but she slides into home. The Eagles now up 4-1. Smyrna locked down the Lions, only giving up 2 runs as they win this game in a final score of 7-2.
All right, and finally, Mardella hosting Snow Hill. Hayden Adkins pitching a one-hitter, striking out 8 Snow Hill Eagles batters. Warriors are 12-1 on the season after this win. It was 10-0 after 3 innings. They put it away early on. Ava Twilley, Cameron Dorr, and Paige Barnes each had 2 RBIs, so really great offensive performance from the Warriors. Mardella once again showing they are a force to be reckoned with in the Bayside South. All right, let's send things over to Cole Howard standing by at the big screen with more highlights from earlier on this week.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Now, a few more games to get to. Let's start with maybe which probably is the best team in the Bayside. Undefeated North Dorchester as they took on St. Michael's the other day. Now, Emily Cohey, she's going to get an RBI single to the left to get the Eagles going on this highlight right here. You're going to see it. She's going to connect and drive it in the left. Now, that's going to bring home a run. They take an early 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Maggie Hubbard, though, she's going to step into the box later on that inning, and she's going to drive this one to left. And it goes all the way to the wall as the Saints can't get it. Cohey gets the wave, and she's going to come on home. Hubbard gets the stand-up RBI triple. Eagles with a 3-run lead in just the bottom of the first. Now, Cohee wasn't just taking care of business at the plate. She was getting it done on the rubber, too, as the Saints could not figure her out all afternoon, getting swinging strikeout after swinging strikeout. North Dorchester remains undefeated and moved to 8-0 on the season after their 10-0 win over the Saints. Now, staying in the circle, Laurel Bulldogs hosting Caesar Rodney yesterday. Riders with a huge opportunity right here as bases are going to be loaded, but Kylie Hill, nice and calm, not giving an inch. Swung on and missed as Laurel gets out of a jam. Bottom of the inning now, Hill in the batter's box, and she smacks this one deep, gets every bit of it, and CR can't do anything but watch it fly. As this is a 3-run bomb, and her teammates are greeting her home at the plate. But more Bart from that Dogs offense, but the Riders, they're not going to let anything come from it. Grounder to short on this one. They get the out at first, and they're going to send the runner home, and they got her at the plate right there. Beautiful play, 6-3-2 double play to end the inning. Great effort from CR, but Laurel, they are just too strong as Ashlyn Ullman. She's going to drive this one up the middle for a 2-run RBI single. Laurel takes care of business as they dominate the Riders 10-0. Now over to the pitcher's mound now, as there is no tougher test than this. Laurel hosting the former state champs Cape Henlopen Vikings, and we start off with a 3-0 Cape lead. Pitch goes to the backstop. Leston Westcott, go ahead and come on home. That gives the Vikings a 4-0 lead early on. Now Laurel trying to get on the scoreboard with a runner on second, but Gage Joseph, he's going to catch him sleeping. Timmy Hitchcock applies the tag, and they got him. Beautiful play by Cape right there. Now Vikings, though, controlling the tempo as Isaac Terhune, he's at the dish now, and he drives this ball to right field. And that's going to score Timmy Hitchcock as he's going to add a little pizzazz on this one and slide home. This is going to improve Cape's record to 5-1 on the season as they dominate the Bulldogs in a final score of 13-0. Now, one more thing to get to. Congrats to Brooks Kendall for the Decatur Seahawks today as he tossed a 5-inning perfect game against the Y-High Tribe. Decatur took this one over the Tribe 10-0. Brooks needed just 54 pitches to get the job done on the mound. Congrats to Brooks and the Seahawks. So let's bring the guys back in. What team is standing out to you guys right now, softball or baseball?
I just want to first say, did you see all those shutouts that we've had this week? There's like 4 of them, 13-0, 10-0, another 10-0, and then another domination by Martella.
A lot of goose eggs.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Congratulations to Brooks.
Yeah.
Even though it was only 5 innings, great performance by him. I'll start off by saying North Dorchester softball, they are legit. Those girls have been on fire this season, undefeated, 8-0 already, and they have plenty of girls who can play, obviously. Emily Cohee in the circle, in the batter's box. She was doing everything for the Eagles the other day. And then Jules Vroman as well came in, and she was stellar in relief. Maggie Hubbard going 4 for 4, 2 triples as well for the Eagles. They are stout. They've got a great offense. They've got good pitching.
Stacked team.
They are elite. They are elite.
Now I want to go to baseball. Decatur, 9-1. I mean, they've been dominating teams all season long. Obviously, their season last year ended very early to Bennett. I don't know if that's going to happen this year because the only team that they've lost to so far is Parkside. Again, 9-1. The Seahawks are undefeated at home, and the run differential is insane. 109 runs scored, only 14 runs given up all season.
Yeah, they've got great pitching.
They
Their
absolutely
bullpen is
do.
fantastic.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And I think they're hands down the best team in the 3A right now, and it's from the Bayside area. And they should be able to make some noise in the playoffs. Again, obviously, they lost really early on to the Clippers last year. I don't know if that's going to happen this year around because the Parkside Decatur, is looking really, really good this year.
And the team I got to talk about is Cape Henlopen. I'm calling it now. They're going back to the state championship.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
They're going back.
That's
that
a hot
team
take.
is
That's a hot
stacked.
take.
I'm calling it now. I'm picking the
going out on a
Vikings.
limb.
That team, they got a great lineup. Their bullpen is stacked with Nick Cox, Gage Joseph coming back because he wasn't with them last year because he had an injury to his knee, and this is his first year back, and he's dominant for him in the box and on the mound. This team, and got Timmy Hitchcock at shortstop, this team's just got it figured out. Their defense is on lock. Their offense is great. I don't see who can stop them.
Central, maybe. Man, I'm forgetting one other team. Indian River's pretty good in the Henlopen as
they
well.
took down
Sussex
Sussex
Central's
Tech.
really good. Sussex Tech, we're going to see them tomorrow, but we'll talk about them later on in the show. Thank you so much, Cole.
Thanks for having
coming
us.
on. Yep. All right. Well, we're moving on now to an update on a developing story.
Yeah, it's following the incident at Kent Island High School on February 24th. Parkside and Kent Island basketball ended abruptly after a Parkside player threw a punch or an elbow at a Kent Island player, and there was a lot more that happened behind that.
Yeah, we were then told from multiple sources that racial slurs came from Kent Island players and fans directed at Parkside during the contest. Well, since then, Wicomico County Public Schools has done an investigation into the incident and have not played Kent Island in any spring sports. Wicomico schools were given a 1-week reprieve that has since been taking forfeits until guidelines can be drawn up so that players don't face the same alleged racist behavior in the future. Queen Anne's County Public Schools has said multiple times they performed a thorough investigation. They found no evidence of racial slurs from Kent Island. Wicomico Schools asked a number of state agencies to conduct a third-party investigation, including the MPSSAA and the Maryland Inspector General for Education, and all declined to handle that investigation, saying the districts would have to work it out between each other.
And then Wicomico then reached out to an attorney and were willing to pay half for the attorney fees, but Queen Anne's County Schools declined. We asked why, and this was the response, quote, "We have concluded the investigation is not merited and will not result in any new findings or different facts than those already provided to the administration of Wicomico County Public Schools. Taxpayer resources should be directed only where productive progress will result. Wicomico County Public Schools is certainly welcome to fund the investigation, and Queen Anne's County Public Schools will continue to fully cooperate," end quote. To read our full story, head to our website at 47abc.com.
And of course, we'll continue to follow this developing story and bring you updates as they come. That'll do it for the A block. We're taking our first time out. The Ravens signing Odell Beckham Jr., but who's going to be passing to him next year? We're talking about it next. This is Delmarva Sports Insider.
Hi, my name is Fred Johnson, head coach at Lake Forest High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.